right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. My guy B-Dot's here.
My name's B-Dot.
Yo.
Let's get into some Yee tea.
Let's do it.
Let's start off with Tina Davis. If you know who Tina Davis is, you know she used to manage Chris Brown early on in his career. She's really the one that got him to the point where he was known by everybody.
Yep.
She also used to be the head of A&R at Def Jam. And she also currently works at Empire. She's the president of Empire. She got that position in the summer of 2023 after 5 years
Shout out to Ghazi and Nima.
Yes, and Empire, by the way, works with artists like Shabuzi, who's one of the biggest stars of 2024. Well, anyway, she is talking about what it was like with Chris Brown before the Rihanna incident, right? And here's what she had to say.
It was hard to try and get him over that hump or get people to change their minds because before it happened, everyone loved him. Parents were dropping their kids off at hotels like, go get Chris Brown. Go get him. And I'm like, if you don't put your daughter back in your car. Fortunately, him, his mom, and all of us, we were not down with that. We were like, no, take your child and leave.
Go get him.
Yeah,
Like
she said that because he was a good kid. It was like parents were like, I want you to marry this kid. Like,
You want to have a play date with Chris Brown?
That's wild that parents would be on it like that. But yeah, so she did this interview where she's basically on Nando Leaks. And this all comes after, they had this whole documentary about Chris Brown.
Right.
That came out. I haven't heard much about it since. There was a lot of uproar of Chris Brown fans like, I'm not watching this. And then after that, I guess they really didn't.
Go get him.
All right. Now, let's talk about Meek Mill and Diddy. A lot of people were saying rumors about Meek Mill and Diddy and what type of relationship that they had. Well, Meek Mill is clearly distancing himself from his former friend. Here's what he said.
Real life. No Diddy gang, Meek Mill in real life. Don't ever disrespect me. You heard?
Wow, the Meek shall inherit this slur.
What? Well, and Justin Combs did not like that, by the way. He posted under that SMH, and then he put an emoji with, face palm.
Man, them tables are turned.
I know. He probably is annoyed by all the people having things to say, but maybe don't say anything because you really were really tight with somebody.
Yeah.
All right, now Martin Lawrence has some big news. He has announced on the Jennifer Hudson show that he is going to be teaming up with somebody who is also iconic for a movie. Here's what he had to say.
Eddie's working on something. He told me about, I don't know the name of it right now, but a Mad World or something we might do. But there's something. We're working on something.
That's exciting. Did you watch Bad Boys 4?
I didn't, but
it was good.
It's hard for me to watch.
I enjoyed it.
It's hard for me to watch Martin Lawrence now because I think we still see him the way we see him on the show, on a sitcom, and being that it's still relevant after 30 years, we're expecting to see that version of him. So when we don't,
30 years later,
I know.
You should be celebrating the fact that he's still out here getting his money.
I know he's still doing his thing, but it's just hard to watch.
And Bad Boys 4 he was really good in that.
I only watched the first one.
So this should be good. All right, now let's talk about Lil Baby. He has a new song called 5 a.m. And by the way, putting out 2 new songs, right, as well. And he posted on social media, ain't it crazy how they trying to play me like I ain't the one? It's that time. I would say again, but this run will be totally different. I had the darkest period of my life these last 2 years, but I stayed down and overcame that ish. Now I'm back to effing ish up as usual. Sincerely, Wham. Who hard is me? Let's go. And here is 5 a.m.
All I know is survival and dollars. I come from the hood. Can't be f***ing at nothing at all. They couldn't.
Right, he said 2 songs, 2 videos, tomorrow, as in today, and then he said album on the way. So 5 a.m. is out now.
We might have had a little conversation about Little Baby, man.
What?
He took a dip. He fell off a little bit.
It happens.
It happens.
It happens. And he said he had 2 really difficult years. So maybe he was going through a lot. We don't know what people have to deal with.
He had a few difficult songs to listen to as well.
All right. Well, that is your Yee tea. When we come back, Under the Radar, these are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They're flying under the radar, but we want to make sure you know about them. B-Dot, how long do you sit on the toilet?
Until my phone dies.
All right. Well, you shouldn't be on there for more than 10 minutes. We'll tell you why. It's Way Up.